Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here, Safi Financial Network, March 20th, 2025. All right, so let's start with the S&P 500. Today's episode is going to be short. I'm just going to cover S&P 500, Nasdaq, and major indexes. I'm not going to go through individual names. Tomorrow we will back with the weekly edition, and I'm going to just have a comprehensive video on the weekly edition. We're going to go through as previous as usual. All right, so let's start with S&P 500 daily chart. So we just tested again this 2669 and nicely close just a touch above it. So right now we are 5670 in a future market. And I would say market is kind of like confused if this is a bear flag or kind of like a forming a bear trap and forming another bullish consolidation. I'm still in that camp that we are kind of like a forming for a potential short-term bottom minimum. So we're going to see this a bullish consolidation. This can continue to the upside to this box, which is going to be 57.65 to 58.91. So that's going to be the scenario. And here, there are lots of resistance here. You see that this is the pivotal point, pivotal point. This is election pivot. And we are kind of like a forming as a support before breaking through. Once we break through below this, that's going to be a huge resistance. The lots of buy orders turning to short, or I should say sell orders right now. There are lots of selling pressure here just because people just about here at this level because of these pivots. And now we are kind of like a going down. They're underwater. When market is getting back to the upside, they're getting to the break even and they're going to sell and say, hey, I don't want this. I'm going to sell. I just want to just take my money. So that's why the selling pressure is coming again back. But I'm not sure if that selling pressure is going to be huge or not. So we can't make call on that one. But this is very, very obvious that we are seeing a market is forming a bullish consolidation here. We may see another tackle to the upside, potentially 58.21. That's very, very important level. However, I'm going to just give you a hint for tomorrow's meeting, which is going to be very, very important. So if we close this weekly candle above a 56.76, that would be very bullish sign, folks. So still, we can just be bullish and market can get back to new all-time high if we get above 59.48. So this is going to be for weekly edition tomorrow. I'm going to just go through more, but I'm just giving you tips now that a market is kind of like a forming a nice bottom here, especially if weekly close, which is going to be tomorrow, close positive above certain levels. So we'll leave it that for now, and we will see how it goes tomorrow. Moving on to Nasdaq, which kind of like a doji bar today, nothing spectacular. I would say this is another kind of like a bull flag here, small bull flag within a small time frame or short time frame, and we can see some kind of like a tackle to this area, specifically this wide range bar. There are lots of resistance here, so it's going to be 20,600, and we can see market is kind of like a forming a very nice top information around this area. So we will see how it goes with the market. If market gets back to the downside, that would be a huge kind of like warning signal for the market, just because we are getting to a bigger correction potentially for 15 to 20% down to the for the correction. Still, we may see some kind of like a test for this August low. Right now, we are kind of like a giving market benefit of that for the next rally at this short-term rally to 20,500, and we'll see how it goes. Moving on to Dow. Dow is forming kind of like a better, if you see that, it's kind of like a forming a slightly positive today, doji positive, and right now we are in positive flat future market. It can go higher, I would say. 42,900, that's the area, 43,000. Let's say 43,000, that's going to be huge resistance for Dow Jones. We're going to give Dow Jones benefit of doubt at least for the next 1,000 level. If it goes above that 43,000, that's very, very bullish. If it reverses to the downside, that's very bearish. So we are kind of like in no man's land right now. For the short term, we may see another potential green days for the next few days, at least for the next week as well. But if it goes above this, I would say 43,000. That's the huge bonus for the market, bonus for the bulls, and we may see some kind of like a new all-time high. Potentially 46,000 is coming if we get above 43,000. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to gold, which kind of like forming a doji bar. Still a fantastic price action. We got into new all-time high today. We are kind of like consolidating after this huge rally. I would say still gold can go to 32 to 3,300 for a target for the year. We will see after that. But right now, gold is kind of like overbought. And anyways, if you slice it and dice it, it needs to have like a breather or digest. However, silver is showing sign of a reversal to the downside. That would be a corrective move, potentially to 32.50 to 32.70. And that would be just a correction. Obviously, we are seeing that silver is forming uptrend here. Let me just show you here. Here's the bottom. Here's the higher low. And we may see another higher low here around 32.60 to 32.50 cents. Then we are going to get back to the upside potentially for a nice rally to take out this pivotal point. If silver take out this $34, $35, then it's going to go all the way up to even 40 to $44 because the top is going to be huge, and this is kind of like a multi-months choppy consolidation since May last year. So silver for a year almost it doesn't go anywhere. It's very, very choppy, but you see that at the end of the rally for precious metal, silver is going to be very, very spiky, going all the way up to higher highs. Moving on to crude. Crude is just poising higher today nicely. As I said yesterday, energy stocks actually forming very bullish. So that's why we can see a more upside in crude is coming. Crude recaptured SMA 20, which is bullish sign, but still it is below 70. It is below 73. So $71, there are lots of huge resistance here, and also 71 to 73. It's a lot of resistance here. A lot of sellers are sitting here for selling crude. If it goes above this, I would say that's going to be huge breakout for potential 80, even $90 for crude is coming down the road. I would say people still kind of like cautious about energy, but I would say energy market is poising very, very nicely for a next rally to the upside. Not sure about the crude, but energy stocks actually are doing fantastic. So we'll see how it goes with these names. All right, let's move on to Bitcoin for today. Bitcoin just getting back to the downside. As I said before, Bitcoin 90,000 to 92,000 is very, very strong resistance here. So any rally could be a sell. If it get above 96,000, we can get to new all-time high. Otherwise, it's just going down to 60,000 to 65,000. 72,000, there is going to be a breakout here as well, and there are lots of supports there. But I would say 64 to 65,000. That's the area that Bitcoin had a chance to look at. Ethereum, after yesterday rally, it goes down today. Just collecting or picking up these orders from here. That's a very, very typical reaction. If market had a nice breakout, any asset classes, any kind of like a thing that you give analysis by chart, if it goes up, it's going to go back down to collect the orders and then getting back to the upside. So this is kind of back test today, and I think Ethereum can go to 21, 2200 for a short term, and we will see how it goes. All right, again, apologies, I'm not going through all the individual names. We will get back to the normal detail analysis tomorrow. Have a fantastic evening. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.